Boop. And I forgot to copy and paste links. I always forget something. It's never consistent what I forget, but I always forget something. Alright, well, there's the horizontal stream up. I think Twitch is already up too. Sweet. And vertical stream is good as well. We love to see it. Hello, everybody. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. That is the horizontal. And that is the vertical. Copy, share, and paste. Boop. Alright. Post them in the Discords. There we go. 1 and a 2. And I think we're good. Alright. Boop. 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 Alright. Hi guys, how's it going? Hope you're all doing well. We need music. There we go. Okay, Nathan, congrats on grabbing first. Appreciate it. 46 times total, and you've gotten 70 tax submissions. Awesome. We are just gonna be chilling today. We're gonna be building a bridge. I've not built a bridge in a very long time, and the bridges I have built have not been this style of bridges. So this is gonna be interesting. It's gonna be very different for me. But I'm excited nonetheless. I also got flashback recording. We are in the midst of recording the next episode of the Forever World, set to come out hopefully Saturday. I unfortunately slept a lot longer than I meant to today and did not record any of it. So we're a little behind on things, but it's okay. We will catch up. We always do. Despite most odds. Rocky, welcome on in. Thanks for doing your taxes 20 times total and snacks with 30. You guys are all operating on multiples of 10. I'm so proud of you. That is awesome. Hello, Jams. Hello. Welcome. And snacks, I'm doing good. How are you doing? I'm very tired. I spent a lot of time yesterday doing a whole lot of nothing. Which is always sad. I've been spending a lot of time, it feels like, doing a lot of nothing. But it will result in something eventually, I suppose. Let's kind of take a look at the bridge and see what we were even thinking I want it to look like. Because I'm not really certain yet. Nikita, hello, welcome on in. Thank you for submitting your taxes, I appreciate it. So I slept 1 hour last night. And then I woke up, took my brother to work, and then I came back home and tried to sleep some more, but it did not work out. I ended up falling asleep at some point though, and I slept till 4 p.m. So, you know, today's been a very short day for me, but it's okay. We're chilling. We're here. I'm alright. I decided to try and learn some stock phrases for Portuguese to try and talk on a Brazilian My Little Pony server. I was asked to join and help them reach 300 members. That's awesome. You're getting a little bit of extra skills out of it too, which is always fun. Portuguese is a cool language. I don't understand it, but I've seen a lot of people speak it, and I always get confused because it's got a lot of similarities to some other languages, and I have been known to offend some people occasionally because I've mixed up the language. That's my bad. That is my bad. KJ, welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. Hello. And Bombi, welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. Let's see. So I'm gonna go into free cam mode really quick, and we're gonna take a quick peek at this. So here we have this bridge. It is currently, I believe, 7 blocks large or wide, and that includes the rails. And then it's got, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, probably 24, 25 blocks long, somewhere around there. But I'm not really certain how I want it to look, is the thing. I'd really like it to look super rounded, but I'm not very good at bridges. So this is gonna be an interesting one. It's gonna be a very, very interesting one. We'll see. Let me go ahead and just start with cobblestone. And we'll just fill in where you're gonna be walking, because I do know I'm probably gonna just keep that cobble. And then we may do a... we'll probably do some sort of, like, mix of stones for the pathway as well, so something like maybe stone brick, although stone brick might just be the best for all around. Yeah, you know what, let's do that. Let's do a whole bunch of stone brick, and then we'll mix in some cobblestone and other things of that nature. We don't have the means for this. Do that for now. Okay, and then I need like another stack of coal. Alright, boop, boop, boop. Okay. I just buffered through like 5 minutes. Sorry, no, you're all good, Jams. Hello, welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. While learning some phrases, I noticed it looks like Spanish a bit, French, and some English mixed into one. Yeah, that's what I've noticed as well. I remember I spent... Hang on. What? I will look at that after stream. Sometimes you get DMs and you're like, that sounds interesting. That's what happened right now. Do you have a stone cutter? I do. It is currently like right underneath us. Yeah, it's right here. Funnily enough, I don't know if you guys realized how big that dig actually is. I didn't realize it, but it is right underneath the dirt hut, which is pretty cool. It is pretty cool. I might actually build like a little escape tunnel, like maybe right here even, so that whoever lives in this little dirt hut could get out and into there really quickly. There's probably like a little deal between groups, maybe, possibly. I don't know. In lore reasons, I'm coming up with stuff, but I love having little secret things like that. It would be fun. You snore, that's a cool small detail. One of the mods. Yes, it is. That one is... It's one of the particle mods, actually. I think it might... Yeah, it's subtle effects. That's the one. Probably general. No? Then it would be entities. Sleeping, yeah. Which it has... Oh! Foxes? Oh, it's just disease. But yeah, villagers snore, players snore. It's a fun thing. Skitty, welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. It's good to see you. Adding lore to a single player world. Love doing that. It's kind of one of those things. I don't realize that I do it a lot until I've done it so much. But I always add like little pieces of lore into every build that I do. But Minecraft single player really just I go crazy with it because there's nothing telling me I can't. So it's always like, oh, this thing will link up to this thing, and we're gonna add like this little tiny thing here. And once we do a build out that way, which I don't know, can I go over there? Is Voxy gonna load it? You gonna play nice? Yes, okay. I was thinking actually over here, this whole mountainside, all the way even up to here to the pillager outpost, which I think is right there. Yep. I I'm gonna have like a really cool build up here, and it'll tie into a lot of builds throughout the world as well, because the people that live up on here are kind of like a police of sorts. Tall birch tree, yes, the tall birch tree is over there as well. It's just there's little things like that you'll see. So this will kind of be like a central part to the story. I love Voxy. It's a great mod, but once you use free cam with it, it kind of breaks a little bit. But yeah, really tall birch tree where there is no birch forest. As far as I'm aware, there's no birch over here, is there? Yeah, no, there is no birch. I don't know why it's there. It's an interesting thing, though. Alright, what was I doing? Right, over here. I saw the noti for Twitch was gonna join soon. Scrolled long enough, here we are. Hey, Rift, welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. You can watch, honestly, wherever you guys want. I'm just glad to have you when I do. Boop, boop. So I'm thinking we'll stick with just full blocks, maybe, for now. And then we'll thin down to slabs and stairs and such if we need to. But I'm not certain that we'll need to worry about that too much. I think we're gonna be okay. So let's just start from this side over. So we'll build from here out. 50 stream streak? Hey, dude, let's go. That's awesome. Well, thank you for 50 streams. And you've been here, I'm pretty sure, for the entire stream. For all 50 of those. Just about, anyway. Which is absolutely wild, dude. You are insane. What's your watch time? Is it okay if I ask you that? What is your watch time? Mixka, welcome on in. Thank you for splitting your taxes. I appreciate it. Maybe some walls. Ooh, walls. Yes. Yes, we could definitely throw in some walls. Nathan has 188.42 hours of watch time. GG, dude. Could somebody who's better at math or has a calculator handy, could somebody, like, run the numbers on that for me? How many days is that? Roughly. Hello, hello. How are you today? I have 2.k hours of watch time on shorts. I'm not sure how many, what number is supposed to be for the K, but I'm gonna assume that's a lot because that makes sense. Shorts, you can rack up watch time, surprisingly. Like, they are short videos, but if you do a good enough job, you can rack up insane watch time on them. They actually, my shorts get more watch time on average than my, my full-length videos. Sad. As sad as that might be. It is pretty sad, but, I do post shorts. They're fun. I actually enjoy it now. You just gotta find the right type of content that you like to make within each category, and it's not too bad. 7, nearly 8 days, 7.85 days, 7 days, 20 hours, around 7.6 days. Oh my goodness. That is insane. A full week of watch time. And then some. You are insane, Nathan. I imagine... I'm really glad you weren't here when, I was really streaming, like, insane hours. Like, from... I used to stream 6 hours a day every day. Unfortunately, well, no, fortunately, I stopped doing that. That was pretty bad. But, Your watch time would have been stupidly insane, dude. Do you get watch time from live? Yes, I do. Not a ton, but that's just because YouTube doesn't do a great job with promoting live streams, in my opinion. It's still a experimental feature, I think, behind the scenes for them. How do you check watch time? If you do exclamation mark watch time, like Rift did right there, you guys should be able to all test it and see if you want to. Rift has 14.83 hours. That's pretty good. Yeah, no, you can't, unfortunately. Jams. I want to make sure I catch up on everything. Don't think there's many that can do better. Honestly, Nathan is in contention to probably eventually dethrone. I think Admiral currently has the most. Okay, outside of the bots, I need to figure out if I can remove those. Yeah, Admiral has 2,189.50 hours. Which is more than Commander Root, which is absolutely insane. Just Cause with 1,700. Dropsnat. Who's Dropsnat? Is that another bot, maybe? Another TTV viewer, I think, is. I've got a lot of bots who have a lot of watch time. So I need to see if I can remove that, maybe. Shame I wasn't there. Oof. More than I thought. You would have been too powerful. Bro would have had, like, the whole economy of channel points. It would have been insane. Only 13.25 hours. You say only. That's a lot. That is a lot. And that doesn't include your YouTube time as well. So. Rocky was 17.42. What the heck? 3,888. That's not even the amount of time that I've streamed. Like, that's just for how long I've had the bot active while streaming. I've streamed over 4,000 hours. Anyone that says, hey, get a life, like, they are actually outright saying the truth. I used to not have much of a life there. Maybe some shelves for the support structure of the bridge. Ooh, wait. I didn't think about using shelves, but that's a good idea. I'll have to wait and see what we can pull together. Long way off. Honestly, not terribly long. You know what? Let me set a to-do task really quick. To clear the bots. Clear bot watch time. Because I don't want, like, literal bots taking up all the hours on there. Streamlabs, Stream Elements, Commander Root, another TTV viewer are all definitely bots. I'm pretty sure Alien Gathering and Dropsnat are as well. Alycidra, I have no clue who they are. If they have actually been watching me that many hours and they are not a bot, I would be impressed. I'd be very, very impressed. Jams, thank you for spending your taxes. I appreciate it. Considering I've only been in a handful of your streams, Drag, 14 to 15 hours isn't too bad. Absolutely. I mean, considering, like, my streams are 2 to 3 hours on average, like, anyone that's got more than that is honestly insane. I wouldn't expect most people to come back. That's the crazy part. Boop. Nikita with 41.92 hours. GG. Wow. Just wait, I'm only 3,874.83 hours away from you. Oh. Oh my. Does somebody... I'm sorry, I'm gonna ask you guys to do more math. I'm curious if somebody would want to take, like, the percentage of watch time that they have compared to the hours that I've streamed. That would be... That sounds like a lot of math, but I know calculating a percentage isn't, like, a ton of work. It just sounds like a lot of work. How much have you streamed, Rag? Down the street from Rag, totally real trust. You are. I could feel your presence. It's getting way too close. How many hours have I streamed? The age-old question. It's so many that Twitch doesn't like to display it. So let me... I have to open it up in sections, so I do it year by year. So this year, so far, I've streamed 3 hours and 44 minutes. They're just going to round up to 34 hours. By the end of today, it will be that much. Then we got to go... December. Okay, 365 days there. That's... Last year I streamed 715 hours. The year before that, 2024 update, was 956 hours. That's gross. That is actually gross. 2023 was 1,155 hours. And then 2022 was 1,087 hours. And then 2021, the year I started, was 491 hours. So I've streamed 4,438 hours. That's how much I've streamed. $4,438. Okay. Shelves are pretty much vertical slabs. They are. They pretty much are. They're pretty nice. 161 days, 10 hours away from me. That is crazy. How much stream time did I have? Divide that by 24. Oh, I streamed half a year. Okay. That's lovely. Question, should I do my live when I have 4,850 subscribers, or should I do it after I get monetized? I would say do it as soon as you want to. Streaming, to me, is the fun part, or the most fun part of content. Without streaming, it would be a lot harder for me to justify the amount of time I spend working on videos. That's my personal take on it, though. I'm down the street from Reg. If I knew a streamer and lived near them, I would love to walk into their house mid-stream, throw them a muffin, and leave. Not saying a thing, but I just enjoy the muffin. If I say enjoy the muffin before entering, to throw them, to confuse them, that is wild. I was the streamer, you threw a muffin at me, I would simply void it. My Sigma Riz aura. That is a wild statement. Snacks, I would keep this in mind if I randomly come across Redacted's house. Me, I'm not a bot. To be fair, 5% is probably me being asleep. Fair enough. Fair enough. How's your day been? It's been a pretty good day. How are you going? How are you doing, Casual Coder? Good to see you. Brother Steve Toy's still in the back. That was a week ago. Why is he still there? Because I haven't put together the shelf that he's currently sitting on. Eventually he'll be moved again. He usually sits on my bed, but I'm too lazy to put together the shelf. So we'll see. We'll get there when we get there. I'm going to change here. More people to talk to. Okay, sounds good. 4,438. I go now. I drive now. Bye, nerds. Drive safe. We'll see you. KingRegNog, bruh. Monetization is a bonus silly money. We love silly money. Yeah, I would say with YouTube in specific, don't expect to make very much money when you get monetized. That's not to burst anybody's bubble, but truthfully speaking, you're probably gonna get pennies to start off with. Now, if you start getting like millions and millions of views, you'll probably end up getting some money out of that. But ad revenue is pretty abysmal, truthfully. Uh, 0.33% for me. Funny number. What is the chat delay? Not very much. I'm just really far behind. I just saw your username. Do you like horses and birds? They're pretty cool. Horses especially. Birds are a little... I won't lie, birds are more scary than horses. Like, a horse could kill me. A bird might torture me. That's the difference between horses and birds. Like, they could claw at you and, like, absolutely tear you to shreds. While a horse, they might, if they were gonna hurt you, it'll be a relatively quick experience, hopefully. Oh dear. That's... that is awful. But thank you for that, Snacks. Thank you so much. After getting my taxes on my channel points are now uneven. Oh no. It's okay. It's okay. Your next tax, it'll become even. It'll be fine. Are you live on Twitch too? I am. If you do !Twitch in the chat, it'll give you a link to my Twitch. I miss Bedbread. Bedbread was like ultimate life for me, dude. We love Bedbread. I got 1.5 million views in a week. Okay. I don't know what the shorts average, what is it? Average. I don't know what the RPM is on shorts. I know it's less than videos, but I don't know what it's at. But 1.5 million views in a week is a pretty considerable amount. That could theoretically get you some money. At the very least, it's enough money to play around with, I would think. Seeing some images. Are you fully monetized yet? Not yet. I am, I believe, 20 hours of watch time on YouTube away. We're close. We're very, very close. Get a download Twitch by. Alright, sounds good. Appreciate ya. Just commit fraud. Yeah, that's the answer. Fraud is always the answer, guys. You know, someone once did their file taxes from space because they forgot to file them before launch, so they had to file them over the radio while in space. That is insane. I would have, like, I don't know if it was probably the US, let's be honest. It was probably the US. If I were them, I would have just said, hey, don't worry about it. We'll give you an extension. You can file them when you get home. But no, not at all. The tax man will come for you, even if you're in space. And if you don't file your taxes while you're in space, good luck getting home. Yoink. Quite a lot of material down here that I don't really want to lose. Not that I need all of this cobblestone, because I could just get more. I have a lot already, but the less I have to dig for resources, the better. Ow. This is not a good spot to fight. Okay. Remember the purge was set in tax season, so you could have committed tax fraud to get millions in a tax return. I'm crazy enough to take in Batman, but the IRS, no. Yeah. Yeah, Joker had a healthy fear of the IRS. They're the only one. The IRS is one of those crazy agencies that we don't really realize how crazy it actually is. Like, I will let you guys do your own research on the IRS, but you know, for a revenue collection agency, it's they've got some interesting things about them. Okay, that's much better already. And we've got full bridge, guys. We're done. Stream over. Bye-bye. No, we're almost done though. The U.S. government's full of scary people. That's pretty true, honestly. If you look at any of them, we've got the FBI, which is essentially just world police at this point, which is like a crazy thing to say, but kind of accurate if we're being entirely honest. You've got the CIA, which again has some amount of the way they work with the FBI now is pretty much helping them also do world police. You've got well, then you've got all of the domestic departments as well, which are quite wild and in more ways than one. It's a very interesting thing. The US has a lot of really strange things. I know, like, at one point in time we were funding like a lot of weird research projects as well. It's been a couple of wild years, guys, for not just the US, but for the world as well. But as a US citizen, I can confirm it's been wild here. Are you gonna build something in the cave below you? Probably not. I'm thinking I might keep that all natural. But I will probably add like another thing down there. Like another window or something, maybe another bridge. Because I really think this area would look a lot cooler with more than one bridge. That's just me, though. Or it looks more like Jeffrey Dahmer than Jeffrey Dahmer. That's a new one. That's a very new one, Vito. Commit tax fraud. Source, trust me, bro. Make a round 30 to $450 with 1.5 million views. Not bad. That's pretty good. 450 would probably be during peak season, which would be like December when RPMs are high. CIA is international, FBI is national, if I'm not mistaken, so FBI is US only, but CIA can be outside of US. In some cases, I think I may be wrong. Yes and no. Usually the CIA will do, like, all the intel for it, and then they'll just send the FBI to go do it, because the FBI has the actual bodies to do most of the legwork there. It's very rare that we actually see the CIA do anything when it comes to, like, headlines. It's usually like the FBI sees this person out in international waters, or they seized this person at their home in France. Whether or not that's right or wrong is up to you guys. I don't care. But for some of that, it's like, it's a really good thing. that we have a lot of good relations with a lot of countries, because there are a lot of bad people out there who are able to be caught because of that. But it's CIA is the minds, FBI is the muscles. What you're trying to say? Yes, exactly. How's the king? Hello, Jorby. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. Hello. I'm doing all right. In the sides of your bridge, put some spruce logs and some spruce fences. I haven't quite decided exactly how I'm going to do it yet. I think I'm going to focus mostly with stone, and then I'm going to use some stripped logs of some sort, either spruce or dark oak, to kind of give it some highlights and some color. But we'll see. Would you rather have infinite peanut butter but no video games, or infinite video games but no peanut butter? That's a hard one. That's a really hard one, Jams. Infinite video games, duh, missing out on PB&Js, boo-hoo. But peanut butter. Peanut butter's really good. But without video games, who would I be? Like, let's be real for a second. Like, who would I be? Can you not hear the music? It's just Minecraft music. But I do have music in the background, or it should be playing. Well, you got chocolate, you got pizza, you got butter. But peanut butter, like, that's really good stuff. I literally have 999 channel points, so close yet so far. It's okay, you'll get there. Personally, think for bridges and pathways, dark oak is better than spruce, because spruce looks good in houses and stuff, but not bridges and pathways, just my personal opinion. That's fair. We're already going super heavy with dark oak in here. So I'm trying to think what I'm gonna do there, but I like this block especially. I mean, here, yeah. I mean, if you just look at that looks a lot better than a spruce log, in my opinion. So what I'm kind of thinking is we'll probably use that in between some of the stone pillars to kind of like, I guess, kind of make it look, I'm more, I'm trying to find the right words to use here. Unfortunately, my brain is like absolutely toast after the sleep that I've had, or lack thereof. So I'm thinking wood will kind of be more of a decorative block. Like, it's a great support, don't get me wrong, but people that live in this cave base, they work with stone, obviously. So I think it would make more sense for them to have, you know, stony structures and such, because they theoretically will last longer. Sounds good, Skitty. Sounds good. Nice guitar man. You listen to any bands? I listen to Linkin Park. I like music in general, though, so it's not like just one band in specific. I like Linkin Park, like I said. I like 3 Days Grace. I like, I used to listen to a fair amount of Foo Fighters. Skillet is good. Rock is definitely the most I listen to. I listen to a lot of artists, but when it comes to bands, it's usually just rock bands. Have you tried System of a Down? I've listened to them a little bit. I am struggling to find stuff that I do enjoy a lot, but I have found a few songs that I do like. Do you have any other French viewers? I don't believe so. I've probably run them all off. Can't you just sell games and buy the amount of peanut butter you want? I mean, theoretically, I guess. Because I think video games, and I suffer with stuff like almond butter. That's fair. That's fair. Easy, I'm allergic to peanut butter, and I'll pick infinite video games. Fair enough. We have vertical slabs in Minecraft. I actually like Minecraft without vertical slabs. I know a lot of people hate that opinion, and that's fair. Like, you know, I don't think anybody has to agree with me. But it's my preference. I think vertical slabs would they wouldn't ruin the game, but I think it would limit, or it wouldn't encourage the creativity that I've seen with people in Minecraft. We have a lot of cool things, like, for example, walls. So right about here, this is kind of like a vertical slab. I love using blocks like that very creatively. I love using trapdoors and the shelf blocks and stairs and creative configurations. That's kind of the way I like to use stuff as like a vertical slab. I don't have those games yet. We want more Metroidvania. Fair enough. Fair enough. You do shadings in your builds? Not usually, no. I want to get better about it, but with how early in the game we are right now, I definitely can't. But at some point in time, I would like to get more into that, especially Belgian here, just on the wrong side to be good at French. What about My Chem? Oh, yes, My Chemical Romance is great. I do listen to them a fair amount. What style do I want to go with here? I was kind of thinking more imposing. So... something like that. Okay, hang on. I need stairs. Bro, your camera is flipped. I don't know what you mean. This is me normal. Boop, boop, boop. It's like, what if we did something kind of like that? Like, it just bear with me here, okay? I don't think I can get it. Can I? That is not the right way. Okay, water. Like that. And then I'm kind of thinking, how long is this? Because that'll determine how often we do these. And I actually don't know if I really like that right there or not. Although I kind of do, because we could turn this into an entrance there from that point. I was top 0.04% of listeners of MCR in 2025. That is insane. That is really, really cool, actually. What the heck? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. So it's... we need to do it on the unevens. Okay. So every 3 blocks, I guess, right? That's not right. King isn't flipped. Stream, chat, and your device are flipped. Exactly. Somebody gets it. I found an old, I say it's old from 2019 last year, definitely not cope, so not old. And it shows a bedward defense where the corners are filled. Really? Huh. 2019. That is a long time ago, though. Now that I'm thinking about it. I was gonna say, that's not that long. No, it definitely is. That was a while ago. Never mind. Only 7 years ago. Yeah. Yeah. You having the blood rush to your head yet? Oh, no, no, no. I don't get, I don't do blood. I'm just saying things I think at this point. Can't run me off. I'm only like half French. Exactly. You're the okay kind of French. We allow your kind. It's awful. Okay. Bear with me here, guys. I've got a plan. I think. So we'll just do one side starting off for now, and we'll see if we like that. And then we'll split over to the other side and copy it once we find what we like. What if we do it the style of pillager outpost, but instead of birch, we use stone? We might be able to do that. That could be fun. I don't know. I haven't really messed with pillager outpost style. I need to start looking into it though. Into how I might repurpose that outpost that we have up there. Because I kind of think that might be my next build area. It just kind of depends when we finish down here. Because I know around like October, I want to go out into the dark oak forest and pale oak forest and do some spooky builds for like Halloween. But I don't know how that will compete with like that stuff over there. And I had like a couple of cool builds I wanted to do out that direction as well. And I don't want to like overpromise because I've already done enough of that. And I'm really struggling to keep up with those promises. But it is something I would like to do, I think. Boop. 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 Okay. King, you're not allowed to say that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You need to be accepting of French people, people from France, people who speak French as their first language, and normal people. It took me a second. It took me a second to realize what you were saying there. Yeah, I know. French people are just as intelligent as normal people. What's up, bro? How you doing? I'm sick. I have a sore throat and a closed nose and a headache and an extremely bad cough. I'm sorry to hear that, Mohammed. I hope you feel better soon. And if you ever need to pop out and take care of yourself, please do so. I know, when I get sick, I tend to fall asleep a lot. I fall asleep a lot, and, I'm all achy all over, and so I don't really want to do much of anything. So be sure to rest, take care of yourself, drink lots of water. I know you probably have heard all of this from other people already, but I gotta do my due diligence, too. Statistically, more people are not French than French, so technically, I guess, like, it's a good point. That is a solid point right there. Wow. I don't know how to take that. This is, like, really stupid. I don't know why I'm doing it that way. But, you know, it's fine. Do we like that? I kind of like the ribbed style. What it needs is, like, a little bit more love and attention here. So I'm kind of thinking throughout the middles here, we'll go with like some walls, and I think we'll use probably a mixture of cobblestone and andesite, but we'll just start with normal cobblestone and do texture variation afterwards. Because I want to give it enough color difference so that everything isn't just the same shade of gray. You know, I've heard there's 50 shades of gray, and I want to make sure I include as many of them as possible. So how about that? Not bad. I'm not sure how I feel about those though, right there. So I'm feeling like maybe we put like a slab on them, or we could actually make like little posts off of it with like a thing of wood. I don't know. Alternatively, we do that, but I don't like that really either. We do that, but I really don't like that. So we keep it like that. That is my option. We keep it like that. Very descriptive. Where's my torch? There we go. The only reason I like French people is because of Expedition 33. I've heard a lot about Expedition 33, but I've never actually played it. I've not seen anybody play it, but I've seen so many people talk about it. It must have been a pretty good game. I don't know. I can't swallow, it's really hard. I know. It's just, unfortunately, sometimes, like, in this case, the longer you go without water, the harder it will be on your body. If you have, like, tea, you can also put some honey in that, and that might help as well. That really does help sore throats. I have lost my voice very recently. I actually did that on stream. Water was able to help me on that one, but there have been times in the past where I've lost it. I've had to do honey and things like that, which has helped. But it's a process. Just take it slow. Try not to talk a ton if your voice is, or if your throat is hurting, because the last thing you want to do is prolong how long this hurts and how long it lasts. Oops. Come on. Oh, I did the wrong thing. Oh well. So I'm kind of thinking, I like this, but I feel like it needs a little bit more pointiness. So what if we did like this? Is that too tall? Or is it fine? You know, I think it's fine, but I've got a different idea. We do that instead, and then I don't have the block I need for it, so I'm just gonna placeholder it with that. No, I'm not really too big of a fan of that. Oh, okay. Hello, Amy. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. I have not gone down the 50 Shades rabbit hole. No, I was just making a stupid joke, I promise. I have not read the book. You know, you're the only person that I like talk with. I did not know that. But it's a huge honor. My channel is so smooth. Everything is going according to my plan. It's getting 300 to 400 subscribers every day and getting monetized within this month, and I plan to get fully monetized in 20K. That's awesome. I hope that goes well for you, dude. You're doing all the right things, it sounds like. When I'm sick, I only eat saltines and wash it down with water and NyQuil. That sounds about right, yeah. Saltines are good. They're easy on the stomach. It's got some sodium in there. That'll help a lot as well. Electrolytes are very important. Thanks for the advice, really. You know, I lost my voice when I try to talk. Nothing's coming out. Yeah, okay. In that case, definitely take it easy for the next couple of days. And when you do get your voice, be gentle with that as well. It might be a little tricky to get to being better. Does every teenager go through a phase where they are so stressed? Pretty much, yeah. Balance is hard. And when you're a teenager, that's usually when you're trying to learn balance, where you're trying to go, I want to hang out with my friends, I want to go get a job, I want to keep doing well in school, I want, you know, there's so many things that you want to do. And it gets very hard to keep up with all those things at once. And that's where the stress really comes in, I think. Not 50 Shades of Grey. It is a book containing 50 Shades of the color gray, and the title is based on the title of 50 Shades of Grey, a fan fiction of the Twilight series, which is a vampire fan fiction of My Chemical Romance that only exists because Gerard Way saw the Twin Towers fall. The same person, even that had dogs sniffing for survivors, that inspired the show Paw Patrol. What? Okay, I knew about Twilight and My Chemical Romance. I knew about that connection. I didn't know that connected to Paw Patrol and 50 Shades of Grey. That is... that is wild. Okay. I'm buffering again? Oh no, I'm sorry. Real fan here? I know. That's what I'm saying. Welcome on in, Raiders. Midnighter Night. Hello, hello. How are you doing? Amy, thank you for spending your taxes. I appreciate it. Welcome on in, everybody. How's it going? What were you guys up to today, Midnight? Let me drop a follow on you, so I can catch your next stream. Boop. There we go. Okay, we're good, we're good, we're good. Alright. Hello, hello. Welcome, Raiders. Yes, welcome. Welcome. Howdy, howdy. Today we're building in my Minecraft Forever world. So we're currently living in this area, but we want to live in this area. So I am building a bridge so that it's a little easier to walk instead of on this little stick, essentially. And then we're eventually going to bring some cows down here, and it'll be a lot of fun. But instead of building, I'm just yapping. Raiders, welcome in. Yes, welcome. My 4G and Wi-Fi are being mean. I'm sorry, Snacks. Just working on some terraforming on an Eternal server, mostly vanilla. Forever World private SMP. Awesome. Okay, that is really cool. Terraforming and talking literature. That's great. That's good. I love the concept of a forever server. That's always been something that I think a lot of people neglect as an idea. Like, could you imagine what people, for example, like the Hermitcraft guys, what they could get up to with a world that had no reset date? Could be pretty wild. Hello. So I always love seeing other people working in worlds that never reset, whether that be a forever world or a forever SMP. Hello. Those are really, really cool. I'll have to try to catch one of your streams next time you're live. Thank you for the follows, Autumn and Cairo Inferno. Thank you very much. Also, if you guys need, wow, words. If you guys need to raid and run, please feel free to do so. I appreciate, appreciate y'all being here. We're adults, ain't got all the time in the world. Good to have something to come back to. Exactly. Thank you for the follow, Midnight. Appreciate ya. Our favorite book, which is impossible for me. Oh boy. Your favorite book. Impossible. I don't know if I've heard of that book. Or is it impossible to choose your favorite book? That's also a very good, it's a very good, possibility there as well. My favorite book is hard unless it's Lord of the Rings. That's fair. Lord of the Rings is good. I've never actually read the book, or books, rather. I'm not much of a reader. I would like to read, but I'm not very good at it. It takes a certain amount of discipline for me to come back to it over and over again, and I get bored very quickly, which is sad. I want to try to find a good book though at some point. Be back in a while because I'm gonna log into Twitch. All right, sounds good, Skitty. Sounds good. Favorite book is hard unless it's Lord of the Rings. It's impossible for me to choose. That's completely fair. There's a lot of good books out there from my understanding. It would be pretty hard to pick just one. When I'm sick, I only eat saltines and wash it down with water and NyQuil. That's fair. That's completely fair. Saltines and water. It gets me through the sickness anyway. What are we doing? We need to break that. Okay, audiobooks count. I need to spend some time and try to find ourselves a nice audiobook, because that might fix some of the issue, which would be really nice. Or at least help me solve some of the issue. Yoink. Thank you. Audiobooks are technically not books. That is true. They're not technically books. But the contents are there at least. So you'd at least be able to absorb the story a little bit. Do we like this? Or do we hate that? I neither hate it nor like it. I think we're overcomplicating things, possibly. Enderman Goat Aaron, welcome on in. It's been a while. It's been a little bit. It's good to see you, though. I hope you're doing well. Have you ever played Donut SMP? I have not. I've had a couple people tell me I should, though. I'm just like I'm dyslexic, so I've never read for leisure in my life. That is completely fair. I'm ever so slightly dyslexic, I believe. It's really bad when I'm tired, but that may just be me, like, generally speaking. I think most people are that way when they're tired. But it's really easy for me to pull letters from words around and read something. Usually it's very mildly inappropriate too, which is always fun to explain to my parents why I read it wrong. Like, that doesn't sound right. No, it didn't. I didn't think about it before I said it either. They're like, I'm good. I also got a Valentine. Nice. Congrats, dude. That's awesome. Did you read the Saltines and Water comment? I did. I think. Did you make one? Maybe I didn't read that one. I read one from Jams, I think. Let me scroll up. No. If there was one that you posted, I didn't see it. I think you read the comment twice. Oh, okay, I gotcha. And a girlfriend? Hey, dude, that's even better. What's better than a Valentine? A girlfriend. Let's just be real here. A long-term commitment. That's awesome. I'm dyslexic, so I struggle with staying to books, although I did like Shakespeare books, If Mice and Men and Blood Brothers. Really? I felt like those would probably be harder to read, but if they're enjoyable, I suppose you'll get through it as well, right? Frog, hello. How's it going? It's good to see you. She lives on a street called Valentine's. That is... It was meant to be, dude. It was literally meant to be. I also can't close my eyes and picture something or have an internal monologue. My internal monologue very quickly becomes an external monologue. So I sort of relate, kind of. I can picture things though. I tend to do that a lot, actually. The interesting thing is I struggle with taking that mental image and converting it into something more physical. For example, like within Minecraft. Can I land right there? I think I can. There we go. For example, in Minecraft here, I cannot, for the life of me, take the image that I've got in my head for this bridge and build it. Like, the translation skills are not there. But I can imagine it, and I could not, like, begin to explain it. It's very abstract. You'd think, but I weirdly found them easier. I don't know why. That's fair, I guess. I mean, with Shakespeare, a lot of the words we just don't use anymore as well, so it probably helps to some degree that it's just like a different, almost a different language of sorts. Shakespearean English it's a different thing. It's an entirely different beast, and so maybe that helps you kind of like you're more consciously thinking about it, maybe? I don't know. I dropped it again. I'm getting really good at those. That is my issue too. That's completely fair. That is completely and totally fair. I just think makes it easier to sleep. Oh, that's fair. I struggle with sleep, so I suppose that's one thing you got above me on that one. My brain is crazy. I can think in images 2D or 3D or even 4D, but also sound with volume, accent, tone, and onomatopoeia. Huh. I can think sounds. Accents and tones a little bit. But isn't 4D just time? It's kind of like the theorized fourth dimension, yeah. It's just one of those things, can you actually travel time? And, like, technically, because time is relative, yes. But also at the same time, you're not able to go back, sort of, in time. Not truly go back in time before something happens. It's a very interesting thing. So, like, yes... Fourth dimension theoretically, since we do travel forward in time, but we haven't yet figured out a way to be able to travel backward in time. At least one that we've been able to test. That might be the more appropriate phrasing to use there as well. I think it's something to do with my ADHD and autism making my brain wired weirdly. That's very possible. I can relate somewhat there. Can I make myself an RL? No, I will not tell you what it is. Okay. I'm slightly concerned, but all right, sounds good. Have some fun with that. What's your name on Twitch? It's the same as YouTube, just without the MC. KingRegNog. That's me. That all kind of rhymed a little bit, so just felt right. I'm tempting fate. I love it. What more could you want in life? What's your name on YouTube? It's the same as on Twitch, but with MC. Oh, man. 1 2 1 2. A way I think of time, imagine time is a waterfall, and you are in that waterfall. Trying to go back in time means going up that waterfall. You just can't. The towards flow is too extreme. Yeah, that would be about the best way to ever probably explain it. Just because, like you said, it's... Until you can find a way to overcome the force, we're going to use physics here a little bit. Until you can find a way to overcome the force of the waterfall that's dragging you down, you will only ever go forward in time or down the waterfall. Until then, you would only ever proceed to go forward in time. I suppose. That would make the most sense to me, logically speaking. Until there's a way to observe time better, that would be the only way I would be able to comprehend that. What bridge are you building? I am building a bridge in my Minecraft Forever world, so we're just connecting up that spot to this spot. And that just means that I will be able to have my cows down here, and I'll be able to have my big hall in here, and it'll be a good time. But we're just trying to kind of connect up everything right now and figure out what it's supposed to look like. So this is what we've got. So far, so good. I'm here, back. Welcome back, Jams, and hello, Skitty. Welcome on in on the Twitch side. More of a fourth spatial dimension rather than 4D as time. 4D typically means time in physics, but could be a fourth special dimension. Yeah. I'll give you all a hint on what RL is. The RL stands for refreshing liquid. It's probably like some sort of water, maybe like a drink mix of some sort, like a liquid IV or a Gatorade, something like that, maybe. How do you go down, though? I am going to go down just by using this currently. But at some point, I would actually like to flatten it out and build a little stairway of some sort over to here, which will have another platform that connects us. Because right now, that is kind of the problem, is it's not easy to get down to. I actually might do this tonight after stream. I haven't decided yet. Lemonade packet, a little bit of water, ice, and orange pineapple flavored seltzer. It's really good. That sounds very interesting. I'm not a huge fan of orange and pineapple, but I could see why all of those would go together very well. It's very citrusy. And I could see why that would be, I can see why people would like that. I've just always been pretty weird, and I'm not really huge on it. Interesting, you make money on Twitch. You can make money on a lot of places. I don't make, like, a ton of money anywhere, but, I have it there as an option for people who want it. Who want to support in that way. And I also like being able to have emotes and such, which I want to actually redo some emotes. I was thinking about this last night, actually. I love that we've adopted a sort of raid message. It's just reg raid, but I love it. I really do love it. But I really want to put some pen to paper and actually try to make something, maybe. I don't know. I would like to make like an actual emote though for it, is the big one. And then there's a few other ones that I feel like I could just do better now that I've actually done a little bit of one, I've done a little bit of art. I'm not very good at it by any means, but practice makes perfect, right? And also I've grown enough as a creator to like see what other people do for emotes and what's actually usable for a general population as well. And so I want to find something that suits both myself and you guys as well. RL is trademarked. Really? That is very interesting. Anyway, what's your goal on YouTube? My goal is to buy me a PC because my phone will die when I play Minecraft. My goal on YouTube? Well, this year my goal is to do basically just Forever World videos. That's the big one. I want to make Minecraft update news. I want to make Forever World videos and just kind of see where that takes us. If you know, if that gets me into places and SMPs and such later on, I probably won't turn it down. But the truth is, I'm not looking for any certain metric. I'm not looking to get any certain result. I want to just, I want to have a good time. This is not a server. This is not a realm. This is a single player world. Hello, Angel, and hello, Blake. Hope you're doing okay. Godzilla, welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. I'm playing in Minecraft Hunger Games. Ooh, Hunger Games is so fun. I love that. Just me, or does the bottom of the bridge look very flat? It is very, very flat, yeah. Funnily, I'm pretty sure it actually is. Oof. It is fashion brand Ralph Lauren Corporation. Really? I would not have pinned it on them being the ones. Bro, I'm going to try to watch you on Twitch and on YouTube at the same time. Well, I appreciate it. Don't feel like you have to, though. Don't feel like you have to. Okay. Yes, I will add some support. So, the big thing is, like, right now, for example, the bridge is very pancakey. Bridges can survive like that, but not the style that we've built here. So, what we need to do is we need to figure out a roundabout how we want this to look. So we could go rounded on the bottom. So kind of take it from around about here and then just round it out into the wall. which I've done something similar to that in the past, but it didn't turn out very well. We could do a single support down the middle, and then try to build up some supports on the sides. Or we could just put several posts down in several spots and just let that be as well. I haven't decided. Can you watch my post later? Possibly, maybe. It just depends on if I remember. What city are you in? I don't share what city I live in, but I do live in the United States, and I live in the same time zone as New York. I can say that much. I died, big grips. Sorry to hear that. Hunger Games is rough like that. Alright, let's come down here. I've got some ideas. We need... Wait, let's grab, do I have a shovel? I do. Okay. Let's grab some dirt. And then... You know what, let's just take this with us. There we go. I've got some ideas, but the only way to actually get to the bottom of the bridge right now is to kind of precariously scaffold my way over. So bear with me here. But my teammate was AFK. Oof. I'm sorry to hear that. No Elytra yet? Nope. I am taking this world intentionally pretty slow. We haven't even been to the Nether yet. I have played on this world for over 24 hours. And it's been pretty fun. Just kind of taking it slow intentionally. I'm not like super stressed out about trying to get builds done. It's just, hey, I'm doing this. I'm gonna do that tomorrow. And, you know, very, very, very slow. Dirt. Coral, welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. The only thing we're missing in the world right now is a jungle. We had scaffolding. Oh, that would be great. Actual proper scaffolding. Do I like that? I kind of like that because we can do like a ribbed structure on the bottom as well, which kind of matches the ribbed structure we have here. So we'll keep up with that. Yeah. Start from this side over. Right. I like your style. If you join an SMP, that's for builders. Invite me. Maybe we'll see. I don't know. I've been kind of on the fence about joining another SMP. I used to be a part of one, but it wasn't really managed super well, and so it kind of made me not want to rejoin anything and just kind of do my own thing for a little bit, which has been pretty nice. It has been pretty nice. But that doesn't mean never. I always try to keep an open mind when people invite me to things. Go. Okay. Boo boo. I just wanted to say hi. Welcome on in, TJ. Hope you're doing well. Go do whatever you gotta do, man. Appreciate you popping in, though. It's always good to see you when we can. Up. Up, up. Up, up, up. Okay. Now I need to go this way. How far is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? I only have 6. We're in trouble. Oh well. It's fine. I still reached it. Okay. We need more dirt. Let's go get some. I joined the lifesteal SMP. I just got maced. Oof. Yeah, lifesteal SMPs are interesting. I personally could never get into them, but I do respect it as a play style, you know. It's fair that people enjoy it. I'm not a huge fan of maces in general. I feel like there's a lot of skill involved with a mace, especially to use it correctly, or the most effectively, I suppose. But it is also, hang on. Boop. It is also pretty, I guess, like, what's the word I'm trying to use? It's kind of like cheesy, I guess. Like, you can cheese somebody so easily with a mace, especially if they don't have one. Like, they're just sitting duck, most likely. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. I just joined the lifesteal SMP. I got maced. If the hermits had a forever world, they're probably gonna build some wonders of Minecraft. Dude, it would be so cool if the hermits ever did like a forever world. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I know some of the hermits did start like single player worlds at one point, but I don't know if they ever went back to them. It was kind of during like an off season for Hermitcraft, if I'm not mistaken. So I don't know if they, you know, had any intent for that to be more permanent or not. Okay, we need to sleep so I can see. To be honest, if I was in a lifesteal, I would grind to be toxic and take 10 hearts from those who just joined. From my understanding, that's how a lot of people do play it. I can't say I blame them. If you're just trying to get some easy health, you know, I kind of get that. I killed 100 players and 20 hearts. Now I have 19. Oof. What was the longest Hermitcraft season? I don't know if Season 7 lasted longer than 6, but there was a meme going on at one point in time about Hermitcraft Season 6, and they called it Sixfinity or something like that. Because it was just an actually insanely long season. Season 9, really? That was longer? When did Season 9 start? Oh, I'm thinking of Season 8. My bad. Season 8 was a really short season. I didn't really watch Season 9, so that's fair. That makes sense. Down here. Season 8 was the one with the moon. Yeah. Yeah, very... I forgot. That one was very short intentionally. Which I kind of get why... I mean, if you look at it logically, the Hermits have been playing Minecraft non-stop, making a bunch of episodes every week for a very long time. I totally get why they did a short season that time. It gave them a little tiny break. Not that they're, like, bored of Minecraft, but when you've done the same thing for so long, it's kind of nice to be able to step out and say, you know, let's try one more, just slightly different thing, and see how this goes. And if it goes well, then, you know, you can obviously change up your format a little bit. Fishboy here. Hey, how's it going, Water Ghost? Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for some of your attacks. I just killed the person that killed me. Now I have the mace and the spear. Oh, dear. What was up with Season 8 and the moon and all? I don't know. The moon was just big. I respect Big Moon. Big Moon is, Big Moon is a scary thing to think about now that I think about it. Like, imagine you're actually, like, just alive, okay? And you're just living your day-to-day life, and next thing you know, the moon is getting bigger. That's pretty scary, right? I don't know about you, but if the moon got bigger, I would be pretty terrified. Didn't Season 8 also have a Make-A-Wish who got to join and see Bodum? Possibly? That sounds very likely. I don't know that to be 100% certain, though. Do you not know about the lore on the Big Moon IRL? I didn't know there was any lore about the Big Moon IRL. No, this is news to me. Season 6 is second place. Okay, I see. Fair enough. It was a pretty long season. I just remember I watched like halfway through, and I was struggling to keep up because I started to get busy during that time period. Green's doing a mega base based on the observatory for Majora's Mask. Oh, that's gonna be cool. That is gonna be really, really cool. What do we want to do here? I kind of got the sudden urge to try to incorporate copper, but I think that's the wrong choice. Let's do... Let me see if I can find, like, a reference picture or something. I'm struggling. I need to figure out the support structure. Bridge support. Bridge under side support. Like, how would you do a bridge support from underneath? So according to physics, currently the way we do it is we have these girders, and they sit on top of the pier, I guess is what that's called. Yeah. And then there's the bridge deck on top of it. Okay. So if we wanted to continue with this theming, what I'm thinking is we'll do a support beam here, probably one right here, and one over here as well. And then, yeah. I'm thinking. I'm gonna cook. Trust me. Sent you a video. I just remembered something. Have you seen the clip of Cub fans saying he met Obama? I heard him say that at some point, but I have no idea the context behind that. Like, kind of a wild statement. For Hermitcraft, I watch all of the Mumbo and Grian episodes and no one else. I used to watch Mumbo, Grian, Scar, Asuma. I'd even watch Cub Fan. I would watch Tango Tech, Wells Night. I used to watch a lot of Wells Night. I'm launching the nuke, bruh. Not the nuke. I was in free cam mode. Okay, so what I'm kind of thinking is we need to add essentially some braces going lengthwise, because that's the only way you're going to get enough support. I don't know why I didn't think about that, but the only way you can get support that actually is supportive. So, okay, physics lesson. If you're standing in the middle of the bridge, your support is, or all your weight is focused on one spot. So, right underneath it, if you add these ribs right here, which I did, it just supports it width-wise. It's not doing anything lengthwise, really. So what we need to do is we need to add supports lengthwise, and then we need to add supports on the vertical side so that those length supports are, well, they're supported as well. So what I'm kind of thinking we do is we're going to swap from stone brick here. I think. We've got a little bit of andesite. We don't have a ton, though. Maybe we don't, then. I've got a little bit of tuff, but not much. Outside of that, we've got deep slate. Deep slate would be a good block. Nathan name tagging me, bruh. He's like a physics engineer or something like that. IRL, so he met Obama and Bill Clinton, I think I heard, because of his job. That is really cool. What the heck? Oh, thank you. I just saw that, but yeah. I let it get a little low, didn't I? I have 2 million kills in Minecraft in every SMP. I killed every player in every SMP, bruh. Even me? Even me. Come on, man. I thought we were gonna be friends. Okay, let's get back down to the dirt. So I could take you. I have an idea for inside the base. I am listening. What kind of idea do you got? So the center, theoretically, is right here. So right at that spot, right there. Right. Which means we need put down the stone cutter. And I need to pick out a block type here. So we do have the chisel deep slate, which I'm not a huge fan of for the entire pillar, but we could use some of that. Well, if it's like a weapon forge, there will be a weapon forge in here, yeah. Probably a little lower in the base, but there will be one. We could use the polished deep slate, or we use deep slate tiles. We are using deep slate tiles as the flooring block in the last section, so I'm kind of hesitant to use them here as well. Let's just try. Can always take it back, I suppose. So I'm kind of thinking this specific block right here. Well, let's see. Hang on. I think it will actually have to be one over. And then a slab there. Because The way I'm imagining this is right here. Okay. So we would do right here, I think. And then down the middle, which I'm actually gonna rip those out so I can do that there and that there, which means we can actually take a piece of, I guess, cobbled deep slate, because I have it, put it right there. That seems a little wild, but we'll see. What's your favorite season of Hermitcraft? I'm nostalgic for season 5. It was one of my favorite seasons. I watched a lot of Hermits. That's when I first got into Hermitcraft, and I remember it very vividly. Hey King, nice shirt. Where'd you get it? Time for promo, trust. I guess it's time for promo because Nathan and Coral said so. So if you guys like this shirt or any of the other designs that are up on the website, kind of slight spoiler, but there might be a new design dropping at the end of the month. Consider checking out the link that's posted there in chat, or do !merch. I personally like every design enough to wear out in public. So, take that for what you will. Nova, welcome on in. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. And thank you for the bit. I appreciate you, dude. What's up, man? Not a whole lot. How are you doing? Why are you live? Why am I live? That is the age-old question I ask myself every day, sheep. Why am I live? What would you do if you were invited to Hermitcraft? I'm not gonna lie to you guys and, like, bullcrap it and say I've not thought about that, because I think everybody has probably at some point in time thought about it. I don't know. I don't know. Truthfully, I don't know if I'd be a good fit. Like, usually you gotta know somebody well enough to already be invited to those things. Like, let's just assume I do know somebody. I would want to get to know the whole group better before I ever committed to it. Because every SMP I've ever been in, it has fallen apart due to the fact that nobody knew everybody. So, everybody had their own groups that they were a part of, and then there'd be, like, occasionally just one or two people who didn't know each other at all. And, you know, that ends up leading to a not fun experience for you and for them, because you're both awkward around each other. I would love to maybe one day actually be able to consider that as a real possibility, but I just know from a content standpoint, I am not a good choice for them. And it probably wouldn't be the wisest choice for me to, even join if I were invited. Just because it would take a lot of getting to know people. But, you know, I would never say never. That is a big one there. I would not immediately turn it down. Truthfully, I'd probably say yes, because to say no would be crazy. But also at the same time, I don't know if it would be a good idea to say yes. What would you do if you... I already read that. I like to design, but the colors aren't my style. Which shirt? I might be able to add more colors to some of the shirts as well. The merch company has contacted me and said, we have new colors, we have new this and that. So, I mean, I will happily add more if you guys have some requests or anything like that. But big thing, honestly, for me, I just make it so that I have something to wear and represent outside as I'm walking around. And also, so that you guys have the ability to, because the actual reason I actually started making that merch was for King SMP. And it's primarily to also help raise funds to start the next season whenever that does happen. So, we'll get there when we get there kind of deal. But, it does give you guys a way to help raise the funds on that. King, hear me out. Through Kit, get buddy-buddy with Avid MC. Through Avid MC, get buddy-buddy with Whip. Through Whip, get buddy-buddy with the Hermit. Through that Hermit, get buddy-buddy with the others, then get invited. That would be, like, the path if I were gonna play the game, I suppose. And, you know, technically speaking, it's very feasible to do. I don't want to use people, though. If I was willing to, oh boy, the places I could go. The places I could go. I know a lot of people who know a lot of people. That's a little risky for me. And there's nothing wrong with using your connections appropriately. I just don't want to... I don't want to damage trust because people think I am using the connections. That doesn't mean you guys can't use your connections. It's just the way I perceive myself is probably not hyper-aware, but rather over-aware. Like, it's not actually me using people usually, but I'm worried that they will perceive that I am trying to use them for my own personal gain. And that's not what I want to leave people feeling, if I can avoid that. Your Hermit's Cub get Obama, then other politicians become the president, the best president. I could be the greatest president of the United States. It would be a good time. No, I don't know. I've rolled it around in my head just as a meme a little bit about just making a run to become president just for the lulz, you know? I could be a pretty good president, I think. The problem is nobody would like me because I'm doing my job. A president who's well-liked probably isn't doing their job right. That's just the truth. Making the right decision sometimes means making some people mad. I think I could handle it, but with how volatile the world is right now, I don't know if I would want to put people that I'm close to in danger just because they're friends with me or they're family with me, and people don't like me. I don't know if I could. I don't know if I could do that. I don't know, though. I think I'd probably be a good idea. I'd probably be good at it. I don't know. Come down here and pick up all my dirt because I need this for later. An Australian did that once. as a joke and won the election. That is wild to me. Wow. Approval rating by the time served for every president has declined over their 4-year term. Yep. After a while, you've probably done something to make each person mad. That's just the truth of it. Ouch. 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 This guy's gonna kill me. Wow. You might need a spear in order to beat the spear guys. Like, that is actually crazy. I couldn't get close enough to hit him. Man. How many more years do you think until Hermitcraft ends? Like, ends as in no more Hermitcraft seasons or anything like that? I don't foresee that being a thing until after all the original Hermits are done. And by original, I mean, like, not original as in Season 1, because that would leave, like, Joe Hills and Asuma, I think. I might be missing one or two, but I believe that's just about right. Mumbo is a Season 2 joiner, so technically he wouldn't be OG, but I would consider him OG because he's been around for so long. It would require all of them to give up Hermitcraft in order for it to be really in danger, I think. The viewership would have to die out enough that that no new names would be able to keep it going. It would take a very freak accident, probably, to kill Hermitcraft, truthfully. Because as it is right now, people that watch Hermitcraft largely don't even play. Not that there's anything wrong with that, just to clarify. Okay, that's good. That's good. I think we'll do 2 more of those, and we should have a pretty well full support structure for this thing, which is good. Did I miss any spots around here? Nope, no stone showing underneath. That's good. Okay. So we need to go get more logs, and then we need to just do the underside as well after that, which is good. We can do that. Still waiting for that Curse of Arrows video. 3rd day I asked for you to play Curse of Arrows. Ow. I did not mean to hit that. Ouch. My bad. Maybe one day. I don't know. I'm really busy right now is the big thing. I feel bad. Like, for example, the episode for Forever World, the next episode, it is currently... I just recorded part of the intro today, right before stream. Like, 5 minutes before stream, I'm pretty sure. So I can't justify doing anything else until I fix my upload schedule, because it's really screwed up right now. I can't keep doing a video 2 days before it releases. It's... especially when it takes like 12 hours to record and edit and all that. It's too much. I don't want to think about that yet. That's completely fair. Do we have time after we're done with the bridge? Time for what? Probably not, truthfully, because I do have an episode I have to record tonight. I need to record the rest of it. But, it just depends what we're trying to do. Roast paid assassin. I'm gonna dip now. See you later, King. Alright, see you, Snacks. Thanks for popping in. It was good seeing you. Go sleep as well, by the way. It's pretty late for you, if I'm not mistaken. So, go sleep. Okay. Down there, right. What do you got? Nothing that I can't live without, so, oh. I was gonna kill you, but I guess I can't. Never mind. It's only 2:26 a.m. Okay, that's not terrible. That's not bad. Okay. That was bad. That was really bad. I'm slipping. I am slipping so hard. It would probably be smart if I got some sleep too. Yes, go sleep. If any of you need to sleep, please do. You won't be missing much anyway, I don't think, but I want you guys to take care of yourselves first and foremost. That's the most important thing any of you could do. Alright. We need to toss in the granite, the diorite, that stuff. Okay. Yeah, there's water. Okay. So we started there, so would it be smart to do it here and here then? That would be separated enough. Yeah, I think so. I think sleep is boring, I know. It really is boring. I hate sleeping. Reg just woke up from naps. Anyway, from a coding perspective, any idea why my college refuses to let me skip taking an Intro to C++ class, despite coming in as a transfer? Took Intro to Type C that covers all the same structure of learning. No clue other than the fact that they probably require you to, because I think it's written in the law that they have to teach you all the things in order for you to actually be able to take the class. My guess is that, because, like, even for, like, math, for example, they have to teach you the most basic stuff, too. Like, they gotta teach you 1 + 1 and all that stuff. That is an actual requirement. It's silly, it's stupid, but it's actually, like, something that they generally do. Like, C++ is just type C with marginal differences. I mean, you're right, but my guess is they're probably not able to work around that at all, which sucks for you because you already know. So why should you have to take the course? But unfortunately, they can't do exceptions even if they know you know, because they have to be able to say, no, we did teach them everything, because of legal complications that could ensue out of that. It's stupid, but that's my best guess for you. I could be wrong. Somebody who's actually gone to college might know. But as someone who's not been to college but does know a bit about how that stuff sometimes works, that sounds plausible enough. Let's see. I need you. And I can put you there. It's a little special. I forgot to do that. Right here. Okay. There we go. Alright, we're gonna go back down to the ground. And then pick up my dirt because I don't want to lose it. That's a lot of words. That is a lot of words. McDonald's lore was something I never thought I needed. You are learning McDonald's lore. Tell us something interesting about McDonald's lore, Swifto. So that's probably true. The weirdest part is they wouldn't even let me skip the intro to Python that doesn't even have a lab. And this is essentially a prerequisite class, more or less. Interesting. Python's a fun language. I understand that one a lot more than I do any other language. And I don't really fully understand any language, just to be clear. It's just Python Python's really easy for me to read, so I can kind of reverse engineer it to a certain degree, which has been pretty nice. I'm a computer science professor. That is really cool. That is really, really cool. I just got food from McDonald's that Ronald Reagan ate at. That is pretty interesting. My man Ronald Reagan. What a guy. How did you find out that Ronald Reagan ate at that McDonald's? Did they, like, have it on a sign or something? Like... Now I'm curious. Kind of despise Python as a computer engineer, just not formatted well for complex stuff. That's completely fair. Yeah. They have a whole, like, display case. Did they keep, like, the bag that they brought his fries out in or something? Like... I gotta know. It's a historic occasion, right? Alright, I can kill you now. You didn't have anything, so goodbye. Aw, they live. Oh wow. Merca shenanigans history. Had a picture of him at the McDonald's, a sculpted head, and a descriptive board. Sadly, no. What in France always falls? What in France always falls? I don't know. Probably some old lady, if I had to guess. Next, Skitty, welcome on in. Hello, hello. It's good to see you again. Nexity. Your name is really fun to try to pronounce, by the way. My free time, I code full games that are just, friends, fair enough. I mean, if you have the ability to, you might as well, right? Probably what I would do if I cared about coding enough to be software side comp science. Fair. Thank you so much for using your Prime on me, dude. I appreciate it. How are you doing, by the way? 28 months is wild. Die. Ooh, ow, oh, wow. You guys can't hear it, but it's in my ear. Ooh, wow, okay. I have tinnitus, apparently. Holy cow. Been too many months since I popped by. I need to remember more often. Nah, you're good, dude. It's always good to see you when we do, though. How are you doing lately? How's life? Oh, wow. That one hurt. It's like the sharpest whine you could ever hear, but only you can hear it. It's not real. No one will believe you. Ah, I'm so tired. That's completely fair. Go sleep. Okay, I fell. That's a stupid joke, but it's funny. I'm not gonna lie. Tinnitus. I have it, but not bad enough to hurt. It's getting worse for me. It's usually not so bad, but today it's killing me a little bit. Apparently. Okay. My firstborn could be born literally any minute now. That is awesome. Well, congrats, dude. I hope that all goes smoothly. And, you know, I hope that I know I said I hope it goes smoothly, and this kind of goes hand in hand with that, but I hope that your firstborn doesn't give you too much trouble either. I know, babies are kind of hit or miss. They either sleep all the time, or the exact opposite. They don't sleep at all, and you're just thrown headfirst into parenting, which, you know, two very different scenarios, but I believe in you. You're gonna do great. Parenting is not something I have a lot of experience in, believe it or not. But it is something that I have seen enough people walk into, and I've stepped in and helped a little bit with nieces and nephews to kind of get an idea of it. You'll do great. It sounds like you pay a lot of attention. You've got enough lived experiences. You're going to do a good job. Did you get the joke? Yes, I did. Got any other stupid jokes? I'm sure I do. I just can't remember any of them right now. One of them is my life, but we won't talk about that. You're back. That's the important part. So welcome back. Exactly. Oh. I'm surprised mine isn't worse considering I blast the crap out of everything. That's fair. I'm similar. I try not to, but I tend to have to turn it up to even hear it. I'm blaming one simple thing that happened. One time, this is like the most American thing ever. One time I went out with my family and we went shooting, which is a lot of fun. It is. But we brought hearing protection too. My brother-in-law has a deagle, a Desert Eagle, which is a very fun gun to shoot. But the earplug that I had in my ear fell out while I was firing it because the force of shooting a .50 caliber that's in your hand, it's a hand cannon. It rocks you a little bit, and it's a very loud gun too. So it may or may not have probably contributed to this, because that's when it really started getting bad. But you know what? It's okay. You only live once, and maybe I won't have very good hearing when I'm old, but hearing aids exist, so we're chill. We're fine. Probably won't get any sleep tonight. I was born at 2 a.m. when the hospital was on emergency lighting. Oh my goodness. Well, you know, it'll be worth it. It'll be worth it. Calvin, or if it's a girl, Regina. Ooh, okay. Very pretty names. I like it. Hope your little one will be strong and healthy. So can you spoil us with their name? Exactly. Asking all the right questions. So you guys are going in with a surprise too. You don't know. That's exciting. That's really exciting. Boop. Okay, so you right there. And then right here as well. Okay. Technically, I don't need that. We could... dirt. Okay. So, 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, 3. Now, the only thing I'm not sold on there is... You know what? No, that's actually fine. We're good. I'm overreacting. Don't know the gender yet. That's gonna be exciting either way. Beautiful names. It's gonna be that's really exciting. I think you get to go around telling everybody too. Oh, you're gonna have so much fun. That's really exciting. Well, definitely keep us posted. You know, I suppose the next time that we see you, you'll have a little one at home. That is really, really exciting. Oh. Sadly, my birthday is soon, so I'm just gonna get baby products for my birthday. Yelp. Boxes and boxes of diapers. That's what you can probably expect in your very near future. Also, happy birthday. I probably will forget unless we're streaming on the day of, so better to be safe than sorry and just wish it now. I meant in like 4 months. Okay, I got you. So I got some time. Usually very poor quality diapers. Yeah. It's gonna be fun. What do you think of Ramadan? It's in 5 days. I have no opinion on Ramadan. It's not something I celebrate. But for those who do celebrate it, you know, that's awesome that they have something to do. You know, I don't have anything against anybody celebrating things I don't. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. You know, there's a lot of people who don't celebrate Easter. I personally do. But, you know, there's nothing wrong with us having differing opinions on any holidays, any religions, anything like that. I'll be streaming on my birthday. It's on Tuesday? Okay, sweet. Well then, if I don't remember for some reason, please, like, yell at me and say, like, bro, it's my birthday, and we'll make sure to wish you a happy birthday then. You need to go. I was gonna say crappy, but I thought that might be a little too on the nose. That's funny. Man, I didn't realize just how much these pillars took. Okay. Well, the good news is I don't need a ton of deep slate right now. Well, actually, I probably do, but it's fine. It's okay. Oop. And then I need my dirt really quick. And then we need to get up there to finish that. It's just slabs, so... How many do we need? We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 3 more. There we go. So close to finishing the bridge. I think it might be done actually right now. We'll have to see. This was actually a really exciting build for me. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Okay. Let's get a vantage point. Let's see. Free cam? Yeah, we can free cam. That's actually probably a better idea. Oh, that is that is so much better. Okay. I'm not sure yet. I feel like we need a little bit more, so we might do another, like, support between these a little lower, just to kind of help solidify it. But I don't hate it. I definitely do not hate it. My main problem I think I'm feeling right now is this is very flat looking. So I may try to figure out something to do here. Did I do that right? Yeah, that's just weird lighting glitch. Okay. Slabs are probably a option here as well. Just to slab at least like the outside a little bit, or we could find some other blocks maybe. I don't know. My body fails me. I must rest now. Good night. Good night, Admiral. Thanks for popping in. It was good seeing you. Also, I need to make sure there's no ads coming up because I'm gonna try to wrap up stream soon. I gotta go. All right, sounds good, Jams. Good luck. I hope the baby comes in strong and healthy, like Nikita said earlier. But you're gonna do great. Good luck and enjoy. Enjoy is a word to use there. That is a word to use. Okay. Okay, I think we're gonna wrap up things, because I'm starting to get pretty tired here. Good luck, and I sense prosperity. Exactly. This bridge isn't terrible. I think it needs a little bit more, like, thickness to it, but it's not awful. It was a lot of fun to build, though. I appreciate you guys for bearing with me and watching me build this, too, because it's been a bit of a process. We are gonna wrap up stream, though. I've already got somebody to raid, so if you guys would like to hop in, you can. We'll go say hi to Kit, because she is currently playing Skyblock Kingdoms. And, she's trying to get back into the swing of things with streaming again. So, it's always, good to try to support when we can. Check out the thing in Discord first. Okay. What's in Discord? Art? I don't listen to those on stream, but I will listen to it off stream. But I will definitely watch that afterwards, and I'll send a message whenever I do. All right, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you all. Hop in the raid, get some free champ points, meet a cool streamer along the way, and I will see you guys again hopefully Sunday if all goes to plan. But if not Sunday, then Tuesday. Thanks for stream, Reg. I can finally sleep. Yeah, yes, go sleep. Go sleep if you guys need to. Appreciate y'all. Bye-bye.